All right, and welcome back to another exciting episode of Minetest Gameplay of Sorts. Yeah, there's a cat on my speaker. Hi, kitty kitty. What are you doing? Oh, I picked him up. I put him down. That's cool. Oh, yep. It's going to be one of those days. All right, well, we are out at the penthouse. Yes, we are. And, how's everybody doing out there? Fantastic. It's a beautiful day in the suburbs of Chicago. And it is 78 degrees. Yesterday we hit 99 degrees. And I got caught, I was at work, and we have a two-story parking garage. And before 5 o'clock, we have to park on the upper level. And then after 5 o'clock, we can move our cars to the lower level inside the garage. And a storm hit. And I have never seen clouds like this storm cloud. Completely blue skies and clear all the way around this cloud. But this storm hit, and it said 70-mile-an-hour winds. I believe it. And I'll try to put in an excerpt of video that I took of it. But it was wild. We lost power, had only a half day of work, came home, and we hit 99 degrees. But it really wasn't that bad. So, got up early, and you could see from this world shot, there's some problems. So, Minetest released 5.9.0, and not without its issues for me. Look, I got a motorcycle there. Cool. There's issues with some of the Dream Builder mods. Now, I have to specify what is going wrong here. So, when this world was created, I started this world on 5.4. I mean, we're going back a ways. And I've kept this world running with the help of various people through the years with programming, because whenever you update to a new version, look at the colors are off. We'll see a comparison in a moment, but the colors, there's a problem here, and I haven't quite nailed down the mods that are having issues. So most of the mods on 5.9, like these elevator doors and the real-time elevators, these elevator doors are in Dream Builder. Now, Dream Builder was it was a mod pack when I first installed it. As you can see, the elevator graphic is messed up. The clear glass is messed up on this. As we go, the plants were a little messed up. Some of them. And, oh, there's a door. I did find out some cool things, though. The older version of Misicons, you could not adjust the radius. But there's a menu setting now, and you can adjust the radius on the player detector. So that's kind of cool. But if you... Where's my one building? Oh. There it is. That's one. So some of the graphics, as you can see the streets, I don't like using the black asphalt. I like using the concrete because it looks more semi-realistic. And you could see that however the graphic was made, it's not letting the transparent part go through. So I have to fix that. That's in the streets mod. Now you can see this glass. You can't see through it. Brilliant. So there's some of the mods I found a problem with are X-Panes, Cottage, and Dream Builder. So now Dream Builder, this is more blocks slope. So if I go in and more blocks, clean glass, try one of these. We know we have, yeah, now that one works. And that one works. But when I cut it in, so if I take clean glass and put it in, and let's take a slope. Yeah, see? It doesn't, there's a problem with the graphic. So I have to figure that out. I'm not noticing any drastic improvements in, now you see there's my apocalyptic donut of doom. Okay. So I have to figure out the streets mod. And getting back to the Dream Builder mod pack. So you can see here my glass is all messed up on this building. The Dream Builder mod pack they stopped doing, and now it's a game. It's a sub game or a Minetest game. I don't have this problem with the glass in that game. So these windows are X-Panes. So that mod is oh, where are you? I think it's this one here. That's why it didn't. Yeah. I really like X-Panes. Now that's different from the other glass. So it's not easy. I can never update the mod pack anymore because it doesn't exist. So let's see if we have a problem with this one. No, this one's fine. So now I have two choices to make. I'm going to have to go back through, and anywhere that there's a problem with the existing one, I have to go through the arduous task of replacing anything that has a graphics issue. I have a lot of streets. I can't replace everything on here. Now this one is going to work. Let's get rid of some stuff here. But now if I want to put arrows, it doesn't show the transparency. So I need to figure that out. I don't mind this, but the concrete gives a more realistic look, as you can see. So I don't know. This world is over 5 years old. Now, I cannot change from one to the other, the mod pack to the game, because then everything will break. So I'm kind of stuck. I'm going to try to nurse this world along as much as possible. The other issue is we're going to get out of 5.9 in a second. Everything else works. So in the Dream Builder mod pack, these lights don't exist. But in the Streets mod, so I had modified the Streets mod in the mod pack to have these lights. And it worked. But that means because I've messed with the mods that they're no longer, you can't update them because you'll break and you'll lose stuff, if that makes sense. So there's a lot of cool things. They announced, performance improvements, and let's turn on. Ooh, there's clouds. Now, I don't like the way that looks. So I am going to have to look into the settings. I used to like the way the fog looked, but that's I'll get it taken care of. Some questions that came in. I need to, if I could just fix these problems with the transparency issue on the glass, then I could graduate to 5.9.0. So we'll have to see. Yeah, but for right now, let's get out of here. There's my Japanese style restaurant. And like some of the mods don't exist anymore. So that grass right there is from, let's cheat and go through the wall. This plant is from CG Decor. So you can see how the transparency, it just doesn't work. And I really like that plant. Bummer. And the flower pots, they don't look like that, which I'll show you when we switch worlds. So I'm all for moving, lots of improvements. I will get a lot of lag in here because I have a lot of customized stuff. So it's not a good example of it. Turn TV off for power saving. Let us go to the main menu. Ooh, it's shutting down. Powering down the world. Boom. The one thing now, at the time of filming this, content.db is down. Oh, it's up. Cool. Okay. Nice. So you can go to Minetest 5.9.0 was released on August 11th. You can see some really cool stuff here. You can have access to the forums, content.db, which is where you can get your mods from. Very nice. Somebody asked in the comments, blah blah. Let's see. Seriously, this is not Minecraft. Nope, it's not Minecraft. Came out around the same time as Minecraft. Difference between Minecraft and Minetest is Minetest is completely open source. You can play with the source code. You can share. Unlike Minecraft, and I have to put a disclaimer, there's a reason why Minecraft is one of the #1 games in the world. And they have a whole staff of professional developers and Mojang and everybody, the whole history of it. There's nothing wrong with liking Minecraft and playing it, but you play the way that the original developer wanted you to play. Minetest is set up on the premise that you do whatever you want. Whatever mods you want, whatever worlds you want to create. You can mess with the texture packs. You can any mod. It is welcome to do whatever you want, to take the code and create something. So, and all the developers of Minetest, they're not paid. These people do it out of love out of programming the game and working with the game. So I choose Minetest. For one, when I started this YouTube channel, there's about 1.5 million Minecraft YouTubers, and I enjoy a bunch of them. But this is, I prefer Minetest. I just always come back to Minetest. So I have 3 different worlds. I have it's now Voxel Libre, used to be Mineclone. Here's Dream Builder game. I like the Dream Builder mod. Some people say, it's not, stuff isn't realistic. And this is how I started. So there will always be that love for Dream Builder mod. Plus Vanessa E put in a lot of work over the years. Now it's, she retired, so now it's MT Mods. Took over the maintenance. Yeah. So, and a lot of people ask me what's my texture packs and everything else. It's a combination of Vanessa E's HDX high quality textures and a mixture of Polygana and the default textures. So that's there. So for the real-time elevator mod, this person wrote in, just that's unrealistic. Yes, there's a lot of things. This person also had a problem with the pipe works, that the fountainhead was a little, I'll show that in a second. It's not meant to be ultra realistic. You have to come up with a balance of what you consider to be your level of what you want to be realistic. So I'll show that. We're not going to build anything today. We're just going to look around. So somebody want to know where the mods are. So I have a page on my website, rgsproductions2005.com. Yes, here it is. See, it's cool. And the mods used, there's a page for mods used. Some of these mods are outdated, but these are all the mods that I'm using. And I tried to keep the links as current as possible. So for texture packs and images, HDX, Polygania, and Exonic images. I use a couple from them. Plus I created my own. A lot of mods in here are just my utter favorites. So you can find it on there. About me and pictures. So George sent in, I believe it's George. Hi, George. George sent in the Alamo train crossing. Very cool. He had asked, how do you space this evenly? So it appears here that you have too many spaces in front of the Alamo. I don't know if this one's scrolling or not, but reduce some of the spaces in the beginning, and you're just going to have to play it by, trial and error to get this to center, because especially if this is even amount of the marquee nodes, so you can move that down. And I'll show that because I actually have a non-scrolling sign and a scrolling sign. And here's other ones. We showed this, but you can also submit your Minetest screenshots at richardjeffreysshow@gmail.com. Just put in there how you want to be credited as. Credited. Not credited. Credited as. And go from there. So, let us go back. Kill this. Ooh, he's a professional. I wonder, because I'm lazy. I don't want to edit. So, here we go. Look at that. Now this is the start of it. But those skies, now the exposure is off. Look at the trees. That's my car. Cool. I need to go ahead a little bit. They said it hit 70 miles an hour. I believe it. Come on, ooh, lightning. There we go. Look at those trees. And we had they said $half size hailstones. I did see quarter size. It's just tree branches were falling down. Nice camera work there. Oh, the power came back on. Briefly, we lost power, so we only had half day of work. So there is that. But look at that. I don't know. Unfortunately, we lost work. So let's go back into here, and now 5.9 fixed the problem with the invalid strings. We come back in here. The cool thing about 5.8 and 5.9 is you got the settings pane, and I've already been through all the settings so to get it to work. When we come down here to current mods, we come into Dream Builder, not Dream Builder, Misicons. And where are you, Misicons? I know I'm going right over it. There it is. You can go down here to player detect, scanning radius. That is so cool. But because I always had to bury them deep into there. So you can adjust all these parameters inside these mods. So they really did a great job in adding all the settings. So part of the problem is I went through all the settings. I have to go back through to see if there's anything that I can change that will make those transparent. And a couple other people were having the same problem too. So I will have to look into that. So we come back here, and there's your content page. You're joining your different servers. So if I put in the password correctly, it'll error. You can see how long this world takes to load. But other than that, it's just I use this game just to relax, just to see what I can build, to challenge myself. So in the terms of being realistic or unrealistic, you have to make it as realistic or unrealistic as you want. And this game I find that this game is a great way to get your feet wet in basic programming. Not that Lua is a basic programming language, but you can take other people's mods and look at the code, and you can cut, copy, and paste that code and see how it works in developing your own mods. There's a lot of channels out there like Minetest videos that had tutorials on actually how to create your graphics and using Blender, using GIMP. GNU graphics manipulation, image manipulation. Yes, using different programs. Now you see this looks, we're in 5.8 now. Now this looks good. Nice. You can see that the colors are not as much saturated. I think there's the level setting for that. But we come out here and we see that the Dream Builder pots are fine. Home decor, which is part of Dream Builder. And you can see all my glass is back to normal, and so are my streets. So there's a lot of parkour. Oh, I did it. There's a lot of... So you can see here, I have a stationary one, and I have a scrolling marquee. So if we go in and we look at the stationary code right here, I have no spaces here. But if you put a space in, it's going to advance. I don't think I have it. You know, I do have it over here. So you can see it's a lot smoother. Let's turn on. See, the fog looks less luminance. I don't know. I do like, there are certain occasions I like to use the fog. There. I have too much wrapped up in this world to give up on it. Now, the problem with, you know, you have Windows, Linux, and Mac. So on Mac OS, I can stay at this version if I want. But on Linux, oh, here's a good, here. So I have the gas centered. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I have 3. So it's going to center it. So what I ended up doing was, we can go here, there. So you can see there's a space for gas. You're going to have to play with it. Because that was the color. The slash scroll speed, start scroll. Oh, there's a space. I put a space in there, and there's a space after it. So that's how I centered it. Okay, so let's go pick out some other cool. Oh, we're gonna go up to the one house. I'll show the pipe works. What the person was talking about. So I need to keep this world running because I've got 5 years invested in this world, and I don't want to give it up. So we'll take a leisurely fly over my countryside here, and look at the shadows. That is so cool. I can't remember what version the shadows came in. I thought it was 5.8 that the shadows came in. There's my whales. But this house here, I really do like this house. So yeah, cottages pane glass. I have to look at the cottage mod to see how to change the glass. But I also, you know, I don't want to give up this world, but I also have to see, can I start a new world? So now here's the Pipeworks mod. You can see the fountain heads are above here. Now if I go underneath the ground, you can see all my fancy pipework. It goes all, this actually connects. You can see the pipe goes all the way through here, and there's valves here. I can turn this on and off, and there's an aquifer right here. So this literally all connects. And there's the pump and the turbine that generates the power. It comes through here. It pumps up, comes out here. It goes all the way to my fountain outside. And I can turn these off. Look at that. That's so cool. I mean, come on. It's not that unrealistic. I get what the person's saying, but you have to have a level of acceptance of what you consider to be realistic or not. That's cool. But now let's look at another thing here. So you could find this in some rich person's backyard. Yes, you can. There's a tree house. But if you really want to talk realism, let's go in here. How many houses do you know is going to have a 1.5 story fish aquarium in the middle of their living room? Like, come on. But if I had a dream house, and this is why we build, because what would you put in your living room? So I have here, I have an entertainment center, I have a fireplace, and I have this monstrosity fish aquarium. No, I just don't want a regular aquarium. I want the whole room to be an aquarium. Very cool. So, you know, you really have to look at what your expectations and what your level of realism. Open, yes. How many are going to have a secret room? Oh. With a Bitcoin Bitcoin generating server room. So you get my point. There's a secret engine, a secret elevator that goes down to the secret squirrel lab. Yes. So you can see where I'm going here. So I do understand there are a lot of people that, look at this, we have an in-ground pool in our house. Very nice. So you can see there is a level of expectations around what is realistic and what is not as we fly over to the diamond house. Now in real life, this would be most cool. Not gonna lie. So there is that. As we fly around, it's just doing stuff. I mean, look at this house. Everybody, if you follow my channel, you know I love putting nature inside of a house. I got a 2-story willow tree. Yes, I do. And then this house here, we have a whole atrium. Look at that. Because if I was a billionaire, this is what I would do. This would be my drugs and alcohol. I would contact some of the best construction people in the world and say, I want a castle, a modern castle. Please construct and go from there. So I have a lot of work to do on building this. And keeping it going. So there is that. But I do think it's also time to start a new world. When I started this world, it was, look at that. Wait a minute. There we go. Underwater aquarium. When I started this world, it like it's nothing that what you see now. I have manipulated and world edited this world to oblivion. It is nothing like what I originally started. Oh, that's a cool lookout place, and I would like to keep this world going as long as I can. Look at that. So now I also, when there was a change from 5.6.1 to 5.8, I ran into similar issues. I had to go through a bunch of mods and update mods and you know, everything else. So there's going to be a learning curve to get this world up to par. but it's gonna require a lot of work because a lot of this glass I custom cut through the circular saw mod. So there's going to be a lot of changes. There's my GTR. There's going to be a lot of changes in making this work. But there was another cool thing. I found a menu setting for, you always have a problem with these fences. So a lot of times you have to build the fences too high, or you have to go through the code and modify how high that the animals can jump. Hi, Mr. Moo Cow. Yeah, you eat. And you can make it so that people cannot jump over the fences. As you can see here, I can't jump over the fence. That is so cool. Now there is a mod where the this is Mob's fence, but let's grab a regular fence because I believe I turned that setting on. And the setting will also work in, that's acacia. Huh. The setting will also work because it modifies your minetest.conf page. Oh, I can jump through that one. Okay, I proved me wrong. But I did set that. Fake grass. Oh, I remember I had a problem. I have lots of problems, but I had a problem, so I ended up using fake grass. I wonder if this one, I'm pretty sure I set. Oh, okay. There we go. I can't jump over that fence. So let's see, what is this? Default. So the acacia one must not have been default. There we go. I proved myself wrong and right in the same sentence. There. So who is this one? This is building CG Decor. So the default mod will now, it changes so you don't have to jump over. So you see, there are some tips. Yeah. But we're gonna wrap this up. We're gonna go out to this one house here. But mainly, this is it's just a cool game. And do I have disabled? Where else are you going to find a house like that in real life? I like that house. That's one of my favorites. This was built off of, who built this one? It's inspired by a design from Andy is Yoda. And I modified it. It's a modern take on a farmhouse. I built my take on Andy is Yoda's modern take. There you go. I'm gonna leave you with that fire and go from there. So thank you very much for watching. And create and build something. I haven't said this all video, but you need to use your imagination. And just make something that pleases you. So thanks again for watching. Until the next video, which hopefully will come out sooner because I've had real life stuff get in the way. Like riding my bike and going to forest preserves and just enjoying the outdoors, which everybody should be doing. Watching JDM car channels on YouTube. And I just haven't had the opportunity to sit down and record. So hopefully the next video won't take as long. So thanks again, and until the next video, goodbye.